everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome. I hope you are having an awesome crafty day. If not, think about when you will be able to have one. How's that? Well, here we are with part 2 of our Spellbinders Club, and today it's all about the stencil kit of the month. This is called Spring Stencil Backgrounds, which is awesome. You get 4 different stencils. This is the one that we're going to be using, the one with the top and the bottom. But look at all these beautiful backgrounds. And then for this one, you get a great mask for the center. So lots of creative here. For ours, we're going to do a little bit of mixed media. Yeah, really wanted to pull some different types of things out that I haven't used in a while. Starting out with some Distress Oxides, I'm just taking my pad directly to the paper. That's salvaged patina. And now I'm going to come in with some Uncharted Mariner. I know you all keep seeing the Uncharted Mariner. It's my favorite. It's one of them. I love it. And I'm going to streak this. So that brush was dry when I started, and I'm just going up and down this panel with that color. I'm going to do the same thing with black soot and picket fence acrylic paint. So here's the black soot. You can see the moment that I added that black, we got a difference in color, a difference in look. And remember, these are oxides. So that black soot's not going to be that dark when it dries. It's going to go to a gray. But I also thought it took a lot away from the Uncharted Mariner. So I'm coming back in a little bit with that. And as I keep taking these brush strokes along the entire card, it's blending what's underneath. So here I'm going to come in with the picket fence. I am loving the picket fence more and more. As I especially love the spray. It does some wonderful things when it hits your panel and you've got other sprays there. Of course, we've got to have a splatter. So this is like, not so much a blizzard, but, maybe, a 3-4 incher, But we got to have some splatters. So by doing those techniques, ink pad to paper, taking a brush, going up and down the full length of the paper, we're creating kind of a distressed piece of wood, which I think is really cool. I'm pulling out my textured crackle paste. Yeah, you got to make sure that you put something in the jar. And watching Amy R., she swears by the press and seal, and she is right. Absolutely. It does save the pastes. There were many that dried out. So make sure your caps are on. Make sure you put something in there so that they don't dry out if you're not going to use them on a, regular basis like me. But now that we've cleaned, we see things. Here I'm just putting a thin layer of this paste. And when we lift it up, we get this beautiful image. Now, what's great is when this dries, look at that crackle. Oh, that crackle is kind of cool. And it kind of picked up the colors that were underneath. So we've got that greenish blue from Salvage Patina. We've got that dark blue from the Uncharted Mariner. And then we've got the black. So that's why it kind of looks like an ivory-ish, very pale green-ish. But I absolutely love the look of it. So very vintage, very pushed back when it comes to these colors. Because of all of the textured paste and the wetness of the inks, I am going to use my U-line 2-inch film tape. Now, I should not have put the tape on this now. I should have let this panel dry for over 24 hours. Even though the textured paste feels dry, it's damp. It is still damp all the way underneath and in the core of it. So this card And it's the first time that it's ever happened to me. Usually when I use that tape, it flattens the card out. But for this card, it did warp just a little bit. Now it can flatten out again, by all means. But it did. So just keep that in mind when you're using that type of a mixed media. I have a little tiny drawer that's filled with all kinds of extra sentiments that I've cut. This sentiment actually came out of the 2022 Advent calendar that Spellbinders did, the first year they did it, and I absolutely love the font. So had some fun with that sentiment and put that right to the front. So having fun with just our supplies, having fun with a stencil to create this texture, this beautiful crackled texture. You can see that. I love that crackle paste. Again, it's a vintage vibe. You may not use your solid paste if you have those instead. So again, just have fun with what you have. And as always, the clubs will be listed down below, especially the stencil one. If you wanted to check them out, they have them packaged so that you get an even better deal. But I love the fact that they do work well all together, which I think is wonderful. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well. Please, I'd love for you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you ring the bell so YouTube will notify you when my next video is ready for you to watch. And fingers crossed that it does. So make sure you check back regularly. You never know what you're going to see here now, especially in 2024. Enjoy the art you create. Know it's art and have the confidence that it's art. And especially enjoy the process, guys. But most of all, always be creative in everything that you do every day. And I will talk to you in the next one. Till then.